I hear good things. Davy Redden, what do you got for me? Yep. Definitely English. And definitely subtitles. Thank you. Nope. I have not. So the computer is barely visible. Alright. Well, no. Because that's all the way down there. Get the hell out of here. Is this part of the game? Are they fucking... They're fucking with me with this screen. Oh, we doing military? Oh, no. Okay. Alright. Understood. I don't think I've ever... The only gameplay I've seen is in the trailer. Alright, let's see what they're doing. Alright, I think we're good here. Their achievements? Ooh. Test achievement, please ignore. Quit and then start again. What? What the hell? Okay. Okay. I know it's tongue-in-cheeky. Let's see what we got, though. How tongue-in-cheeky? How tonguey? How cheeky?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor at his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Tight.
Although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Perhaps he had.
Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Yeah,
Something
parable.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Everybody's
Something
on PTO.
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I think this is the game where if you disobey, they might, like, make jokes about it. Am I gonna leave or am I gonna stay here? Are there interact buttons? A interacts. I can crouch. Did I make that sound? Yeah, that is me. Okay. I don't know if there's things to collect, if I'm just doing things. Can I?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yo, where you guys at? Let's say. I like work. I just hate my boss. Got him. Alright, what is this conference room? Alright, outside is pure white. We're in heaven. Wait a minute. Oh, my bad. I'd like to go through there. Making my way. Okay, what kind of office building is that?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Did he? Did he, though?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is this the employee lounge? No. That's not an employee lounge. That's an employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Beautiful.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Ah. Look at this. This is a break room? There's no tables?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room.
I mean...
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the lack of tables. That's the problem. You can't eat your lunch in here.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room
Alright,
bordered
guy.
on creepy. It reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Hey,
It's
shut up.
possible that this is why everyone left.
Alright, I get it. I'm out.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Well, hold on now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, I'll follow directions on the next one. Okay, so maybe this is... We're in a manufacturing facility. Okay, not just an office building. Do I need a key card? Oh. Oh.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Alright, my bad.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Alright, what's that supposed to mean?
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who the hell? Alright, so I was supposed to go that way. So is this gonna take me in there? Probably will come out through here. Oh, shit.
That's
Okay.
her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Alright, I'm on it. Or is she on it? Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh, God.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
So
They want
you
to
are
commit
my
their
enemy.
life to you. I'm trying
What?
to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see me something.
Just
Come
because I
inside.
disobeyed?
Let me show you what's really going on here.
Is that you talking, sir?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh!
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Why are you so mean? Which...
Look at him there, pushing buttons.
Alright,
doing
Dick.
exactly what he's told to do.
Shut up.
Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming
You said you
back
weren't
to
my
work.
enemy.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
No. I'm gonna press a different button. I'm not gonna press anything. Or do I have to? Do I have to? Excuse me. Do I have to?
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
Fantastic.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Damn.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Oh no!
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk
When did the TV...
to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Oh, hell yeah.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy
What
world,
the hell?
he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
What the...
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Free my
Surely
ass.
There's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Ah!
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Alright, I'm out.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Shut up.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to.
Just don't
But
question
I
it.
don't make the rules. I switch away to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm
Alright.
compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
He'll see, don't worry.
Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Oh,
And I tried again. and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay. Did I?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Damn.
surprised a
Okay.
member.
So I don't know if that was a game over or a consequence of me not going the right way. Or if I had a chance to redeem myself.
When Stanley
Alright.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fine. Now what?
Yet
Oh.
there was not a single person here either.
Nobody
Feeling
doing
a wave
shit.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Will he though? I don't think he will. Teenage demographics, what? What the hell are they talking about here? Bullshit. Things, money, more money, things, but with money? Okay. God damn it. None of it. Nothing. What the f... Okay. Hello.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he
Well,
turned
shit,
around
there's a broom.
and got back on track.
Give me that broom.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold on. Well, hold on now. Whoa! Hold on now. Can't interact or anything? Interesting.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Yeah,
He
that
might
wouldn't be
fired
good.
for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All
Uh-oh.
my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
He's
For
looping.
example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
I
No,
think so.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Okay.
I'm dreaming! he yelled. This is all a
Wait.
dream.
I've already been here.
What a relief Stanley felt
Wait.
to have finally found an answer, an
No!
explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He
What the
wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
No, wait, I
Thought to
didn't.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Hell yeah.
he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring
Oh,
through
shit.
space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. and
What?
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I am
How
lucid
was he
dreaming.
remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why
What?
is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Alright.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him?
Alright, I like the
magical
goofiness, but
stars
if it's
just a
going to be
moment ago?
10-minute
How else would
monologues
the voice explain all that?
every time.
This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin,
No, he didn't.
the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of
I think
the
how you can see
world
the
outside
eyelids.
this one.
That's funny.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing
What?
the buttons.
You
Please.
can't jump.
It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously...
Is this another
crazy.
game over?
This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and
So
by
she
extension,
left.
the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Did she, though? Am I going to reload at the beginning? Yep. Okay, so I'm guessing if I don't follow directions, I die. Or am I going to be at the next? Nope.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
What the
had simply
heck is
missed a memo.
Wait, wasn't there? Hold on. It was 4:30.
Oh, please. Are you really
Yep.
just doing this for the achievement?
Yep, you said
Hit
it.
the door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for
You
such
got
little
it.
effort. A
Too late.
measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort
All right,
that warrants
motherfucker.
recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling
How
the
many?
satisfaction of witnessing true effort
How many?
for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oh, I'm going. Don't worry. He's gonna push it. He's gonna be like 100. No, 1,000.
No, I'm still not feeling it.
Alright,
I
I'm
want
only
this
doing this one
achievement
more
to have
time.
meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
What is he doing? He's gonna do some.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
He's just running me around. Alright, I know this is to goon on me.
Excellent. I think we're getting
God damn
somewhere.
him.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
He's got me. You say 415?
Now, back to door number 437.
Go, 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 go. Run, 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 run.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Where is it?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great.
Yeah.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Is he gonna take me somewhere that doesn't exist and be like, oh, so sorry?
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
Or was it down here?
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430. Yes, we did it. Oh, wow.
Alright.
Amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far
Put in the
we've come
effort.
today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now.
No, it's worth like
What
100.
are you thinking? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Then he went to here. Nobody's here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave
Don't get
of
fired.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That's a good one. I like that. Oh, they're good.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all.
Okay, so he
I'm
remembers
just
that
going to
I
be
was
patient
through here.
and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
No, I'm good.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, cripes. Can I make a poopy? Nope, can't flush. No fleshy. The hell? Alright, okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Damn.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Oh, true.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Okay. He sure did. Well, hold on. Alright, yeah, he did. Ooh. I hate it. I want to go up. Is that it? Did I actually make progress?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Where's he going, though?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Did he? I don't want to disobey again.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Will he? Yeah, he will. But how?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Huh? I gotta see all it has to offer. I know it's gonna reset me, so good to go. Oh. Oh.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Oh no.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Oh no.
Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Ah, what? What is this?
When
Yo.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Is this just a game about every way I can die? Huh. Are these the actual dev notes, or is this like fake game dev notes? Whatever it is, I love it. Playing free cell? Thought one of these would open to the office. Oh. Nice. Yeah, okay, so this, I think these are actual facts from the game. Office clock. What? Ha! What? Wait. I'm rereading that. Okay. Neat. The alien base, I think that says. Huh. Huh. Damn. That's funny. Huh. Huh. I'm gonna have to go back and read some of these later on. Dear Strong, but that's funny. That's fucking funny. Ha! That is hilarious. That's a good one. Lights in the control room, okay. I wonder how many cycle through here. I want to sit and see them all, but I'm not going to. Wait, hold on. One more. Alright, I'm out of here. The lounge. I haven't been to most of these areas yet, I think. Okay, so there's an apartment ending. Huh. Ah. Is this? No. I wasn't just at the cargo lift. The cargo lift? Falling to their death. God, there's so much. This is very... I love this type of thing in a game, though. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this. Zending, which is eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending, I don't know what this is. I'll figure it out later, though. I think it only in... Huh. Only ended where... Oh. Yeah, I understand what they mean by this, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that would be a little wonky to figure out. Countdown desk. Freedom end. Okay, so there's a freedom ending. Okay. How many endings are there? I haven't seen everything yet, so I'm not leaving. Huh. Yeah, I already went that way. I don't think I came up here. Huh. So the computer got added there, the pencil sharpener, some stuff moved around. Okay. I think I'm almost done in here, so let me go back down here. That Warzone thing was interesting. I don't think I came up... Did I go up here? Freedom ending, yeah. Okay. I think that's everything.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
What are you talking about? Click.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Are you talking about me and the narrator?
No,
The narrator and I?
not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me.
Oh.
You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your Nintendo Switch.
What?
There's no other way to beat
What?
this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Alright, start the cycle. Jesus Christ. Crushed.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh damn, I have to go through all this again too?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Damn, I thought I hit like a checkpoint or something when I got to the shaft.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Nope,
wave
there ain't
of
nobody.
disbelief,
Oh.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Come on, let me in. I really want into this broom closet. How dare they?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
To nobody.
He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk.
Right there.
What could its purpose be?
Oh, it's hiding something.
In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. So the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Extra secret.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
He sure did. Alright, so let's not go down that super long hallway again.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, he did. This time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
What the hell is that?
He had the strength to find out.
Oh, cams. Got cameras. Ah, shit.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh,
Their
shit.
Nature revealed.
They're watching
Each
everyone.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Four, 2, 7. Isn't that me?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe
Hell
it.
no.
He couldn't accept it.
Pirate.
His own life in someone else's
Pirate.
control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes. Wait, now.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would he? Yeah, he would. Well, wait, hold on now. Oh, I can't hit that. Okay. I like all the colors. They're so pretty. It's like Christmas in here. What the Jesus.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Bonk. I'll ride with him on that one.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
No?
Yes.
Yes.
He had won. He had
did it.
defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Yeah, fuck
Freedom
that.
was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all.
Damn, that's
he needed
beautiful.
to know. It
Oh,
was
that's gorgeous.
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. What? What? Okay, hold on. What am I missing here? What am I not understanding? Hold on. I need to figure out what this is. Am I just trying to explore the different ways I can die? I feel like that might be what's going on. Let's see. What's Google got to say about this? Okay, I don't know what. Yeah, I feel like I'm just. I feel like this is just one of the games where you go
Stanley
through
decided
it,
to go to the meeting room
and
to
there's
check
no
on his
real.
co-workers. He never functioned well by himself, and
Like, I think I
constantly
want to
needed
purposely
support and
not do
guidance from
things.
others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Yeah, I think just the seeing the different paths unfold. I think
When Stanley came
seems
to a
to
set
be
of
what's
two
going
open
on here.
doors, he entered the door. This was not
So
the
let's go
correct
this
way
way
to the
again.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes. this room.
I was already here.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, this is... I don't think I did this
And
last
so he
time.
detoured through the maintenance section,
Yeah,
walked
I didn't do
straight
this
ahead
before.
to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Nope. No, he didn't. He did not do that. Going down.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left? Well, hold on. Alright, we'll go left.
Oh, no.
Oh,
it's to
shit.
the right, my mistake.
Okay, well, I could have got through there.
No,
Nope.
no, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Alright, guy.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Alright. This story. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to explore all the different ways to get murdered. Oh, I'm back here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is
Oh, it's too late.
spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Shit.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Fine.
From the top.
That was a good one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did he? Hold on, did I ever try turning around in my... No, I have, yeah. Yeah, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, A. Can they answer phones or anything? Oh! Hey. Interesting.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Well, damn, dog, alright. Turn the computers off? What? Hey. Wait, what is this? Why was input received? Hold on. What's going on with this? Who farted? Okay. Whoa, wait, how'd I get here? Whoa, what the hell? How'd I get here? Wait, is this normally how I get to here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
Nope.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Start tapping on everything. Nothing going on in there. Can't get in.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley?
I don't
Its
know.
grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
What?
Yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captive, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, so I'll do that.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Alright, so we're back on track. Why this one don't click? Oh. Yeah, it doesn't click. Alright, so it came out of there. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
What the hell?
Coming to a staircase,
go down again.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Nope, yep, let's go back up. Wait. This one put me in a loop before. Let's come back up here. Shut up. Can you go through here this time? Let's go up. It's going all the way up. Gotta go down next time. It's gonna take me forever. Am I actually gonna go forever? This might do nothing. Okay. What? Okay. That ain't doing shit.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
You know what? BRB.
Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just
was that actually it?
Talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Oh yeah. I'll relax to that.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. So what didn't I do here? Shit. F. BRB one more time. Damn it. What's up, pup? The hell was that?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passage
I already
had
died
the word
down here.
Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut.
No, we'll go
Stanley
back.
still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
See if that changes the story in any way.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Okay, this part might be different. I think I have another path I could take
The
here.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Television
What horrible
screens.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life. true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom means nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I don't know.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
This
Walking,
the end?
eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Hold on. One, 2, 3. How do I get up there? Huh. Oh, it's like 4, right? Yeah, I can't get up there. I don't see any others down here. Huh. Alright, well this one's different.
And when at last he found the source of the room's
Nope.
power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I
After they kept you
did.
enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off and leave.
Shit,
If you
I
want
beat.
to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. This is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You
There
are
we
the
go.
star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me.
Shut up.
Where we're going. What
Shut
all
up.
this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
Rude.
exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
What?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then die.
Shit, I'm gonna die.
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
I'm gonna
Watching
die.
you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
I don't know what these are
Whatever
for.
I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Shut up.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the
What?
clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right
Yep.
now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Shit.
These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won?
Big
Sold?
red button.
Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Big red button.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst.
Shit.
It's the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I
Shit.
will watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Oh no.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
None of them work.
Good choice. Make it count, or don't.
Oh.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the
Shit.
moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Dude. Okay. I wonder if there's something I can do there. Okay, hold on. What was
All
going
his
on here?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Hold on, let me back in there. Because that one thing had an input on it the one time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, how come... Oh! What? How come that time it did this? Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Is this the deluxe edition thing? Okay. How did I get that to do that?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the
What?
Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Alright.
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Nothing special.
Yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh,
there we
here
go.
we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Come on, content. Okay.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump.
I can
circle.
jump. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. Aw. Damn. It was more like a free trial.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could
That's
count
old
to
content,
30
baby.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Another jump circle.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
It
What
does, I
quality
saw
assurance
that.
department signed off on this? It's my fault,
It is your
Stanley.
fault, dude.
I
Come
built
on.
up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Let's do it. Okay. Wait, this is different. This is different. Alright.
Stanley!
What?
Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway.
No, I'm coming.
So who cares? Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Thank you. Is he gonna kill me? The hell am I going?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
What is it?
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Alright, this is cool.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Alright.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap Nintendo Switch port? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Good times. Creator surprisingly down to earth. Ah. Alright, this is cool.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Bring that music
"Where
back.
so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Can't go down there. Oh.
Here's another moving passage. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the Nintendo Switch. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Damn. Going the wrong way has never felt so right, dude. Nailed it. For real. I am enjoying it. Wait. Oh shit, let me in there. Wait, now where?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Uh-oh. Hell. Oh, what the hell is this?
No. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No, they're awful.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art.
Yeah, dick.
I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Yeah, dog. I don't mind that kind of insertion humor. Heyo. Pause.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley?
Preachy?
I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm
Wow,
preachy. Honestly,
Noodle
you
Chef.
can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Dear,
Not quite.
what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
I'm sorry,
Perhaps
buddy.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Nah, you good, homie.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
We getting a button?
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. the story and the choices,
Let's
or
see
what have you, and
what goes
therefore
on
by
here.
becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday.
All right,
here
how
and
long will
there,
he
forward
talk?
and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, no, until 245. Got the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story and the choices, or what have you, and
All right.
therefore by becoming...
That's enough.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time
right.
for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
Yeah.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But
I
that's
did.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized
Is he doing it
gas
again?
works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
I bet it
That
is.
last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
God damn.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can
Fine.
say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Uh-oh.
Where'd the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
Yeah.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door
He's
of some
doing it.
sort, or a
He's making me
window
do
or
it.
something like that. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley.
Oh, is this
There's
that
no
skip
door.
ending where I
There's
have to
just
get out of
you
here by
and the
quitting?
button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it
What
ever
the hell
really
is
matter?
going on?
But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child. Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter... Oh, Stanley.
Oh, shit.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a
How long
week.
are we going to be in here?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
How long?
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever
A
sat
year?
down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with,
Nope. Oh, God. Uh-oh. That's not good.
but they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed. The end is never the end, 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 is never
Okay.
the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never...
Oh! The hell? Is it a radio? It's radio. Okay. Oh my God. How long am I in stasis? Where'd the clock go? I mean, things keep changing, so I'm not gonna quit yet. Oh. That's it. Did I pause myself till the end of the world? The hell? Is that the end of that cycle? Or is there another part of that cycle? That was the cycle. Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like?
Oh.
There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting.
Yep,
was it
new
a painting
intro.
or a photo? He could no longer recall. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, what was that? Did I... Okay. 4B6. Was there a person walking through there? Whoa, new content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Alright, last cycle. Last cycle. I want to go that way.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh!
Yes, you see? Isn't this
What?
far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so
What
many
the fuck?
possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Testing two
This
printers
is
at
what
the same
fans
time.
have truly been asking for.
Dos.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
Oh,
it
hello.
screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Bird. Part 2 is in. 2 doors. Doubling up. There's different designs for the logo. Wait. What? It's just a mirror
Now,
right.
to be clear,
Okay.
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I
Nice.
feel that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring
Number
up
2,
around
champ.
them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
City. Aladdin 2 Return of Jafar. 2. Show floor. Hey y'all, new content bus is in town. Oh, shit.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Alright, we'll start right, go left. Want the merch. That's me. What was this? Reassurance bucket. I know this has something to do with the game.
Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Now what is that?
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket.
Oh shit.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Can I have it?
You may
Can I
even
have
come
it?
to long for the gentle embrace
Can I have
of
that
jarring
bucket?
cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Oh, he
Yes,
cursed.
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come
Instead
on,
of bad.
give it a try.
What the?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
It doesn't.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Almost done,
The
pup.
benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice. Ah!
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in... Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Damn
I
it.
think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Stepnies. I like it well, so they're both great.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Nah, they were both great, thanks. I'll take it.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Carry on. Infinite hole chart.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
What the hell? Alright, guess we're going in the hole.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
Will I actually fall
Now,
forever?
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh, nice. Alright.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
What else you got? Let's get this wrapped up. I like the infinite hole. That's what she said. Jump circle's back. Oh, I don't have any left.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle
Yes!
back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yep.
Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
I guess so. Pull the lever. Alright, let's
Now,
hit that lever.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well,
Yeah.
I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Sweet.
Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now,
Damn it.
the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Don't lie to me, boy. Interesting.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What is this? What the hell is this?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Alright. Huh? Okay. Sweet.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Alright, so nothing over there. Go back around over here. Wait, I need to go to the button that says my name. Let's do that. And then this should be the last thing. And I can go up
For the
top.
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Does it though?
Jim. Sorry,
Jim.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Can do.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
I am
Sleeping and
Jim.
waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Damn.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim.
I'm so Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you.
I'm Jim.
The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Alright, so I believe that's
suppose
everything
I could
out
allow
here.
only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That's true. Alright, we're out of here. That's the exit. Good thing I ran back. I want to see it all.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready
Yep.
to move on now?
Sure am. Christ.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
What is this
It's
pit?
going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Are you ready? Here
I
it
guess.
is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh shit.
I mean, there's potential here.
It's
right?
all in one.
Sort of.
That's it.
Never mind.
This is the game.
Hold on. Let me do
No.
a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much
You
better.
can just
I
like
feel
stack
good.
them all on top of each other.
Here we go. Version 2.
Yeah, he did make it goofy,
Who am I
which was
kidding,
what I was
Stanley?
implying.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the
I'm about to wrap
first
up,
game.
Bub. I
I
feel
want
like this is the
fans
end.
to love it. No matter how good
This
these
is the
gags are,
exit.
they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect.
Interesting.
With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
They're gonna
Could
splice.
it possibly work? I
Splicers.
suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2."
It's
Let me
me,
see if
that's
I can
Stanley.
whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Is that it? Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. This is creepy. Quit the game, then start it again. Completed under 422. Set all sliders. Is that not all the sliders? This is insane. I don't miss one. What'd I miss? Isn't there something for sliding them all? Huh. Interesting. What? I did. What more do they want from me? I can only go to 90 on the one though. On field of view. Alright, well. Screw it. Where's it gonna start me? This is where I'm loading up for next time. Am I back in my office?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
We're doing the whole... Oh, there were the balloons. I don't know if they were there the first time.
Was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Oh, where are my subtitles?
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah, right.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say
nobody's
bye.
there.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my god. Okay, I made it really goofy. This is very funny and I might keep it like this. Look, my balloons now. I thought I reset. Didn't I reset everything? Apparently not. Supposed to reset my defaults, but nope. Alright, I'm gonna call it there for now. This game's entertaining, and it was worth whatever I paid, 10 bucks or something. But for now, that's a GG. I'll be back to it next time. I don't even know where to go next, but I'm sure there's still a lot to do. So, GG, baby.